Welcome to the fifth video in this series, skating across South Philly from the Art Museum to Pennsport. Right now we are in the heart of South Philly, and if you're watching these videos, it's to me an experience where you get to use 360 at its fullest, or if you're using a camera you can just kind of stand in place and turn and get a full 360-degree view. And if you're on your PC, you can use your mouse to actually move the screen. And what's cool about it is you can either constantly change your perspective or kind of get a view that you normally wouldn't get, an angle that's that's steady on all the way around. And I think that's kind of unique in terms of videography these days. I think that's why these 360 videos lend themselves well to skating and of course my paintball consumers as well. It's pretty cool to be able to get a full view and front and back in regards to this type of experience. And the camera's moving pretty steady and slow, so you got a constant changing perspective without going so fast that it's overwhelming. Here we are, stopping at yet another park in Philly. You should really be getting the indication now that there's quite a bit of open space in Philly that many people did not realize existed. And once again, as I had stated in previous parts of this little series, I am having some serious issues with my skates. And so is my son to a certain degree. In this case, he had a problem with the helmet. Just one thing after another for us in this outing.
I'm still having fun though. Still having a lot of fun. I'm struggling with this thing. You are? That's not good. What's wrong with it? Come on, loose it all. Is it really that hard to tighten?
I'm gonna need a new bolt. Well, it's the head on the bolt stripped.
Oh.
Do people have bolts?
What?
Do people have bolts?
You can ask Bill, the skate leader, see if he's got the extra frame bolts.
Now, if you're a skating enthusiast, you might be curious as to what's on my ankles there, or not my ankles, but my calves. And those are compression calf socks. They're not actual socks. They only go from the ankle up over the calf, up to the knee. And the purpose is that they maintain a amount of pressure on the muscles to force the lactic acids out of the muscles after a physical activity. It helps in recuperating sooner. I've always found that it works well for me to wear them during the event and for about 4 hours after the event. So we're back on the streets. We're about to leave this little park area, and the temperature's coming up slightly. I wouldn't like to say it's warm out, but it's one of those things where you're active, so therefore you're feeling a little bit of body temperature comfort as opposed to just noticing the cold weather around you. I'm sure you've all been there. And again, I can't skate as fast as I want to because of this frame issue, but I am trying to get out into the middle of the pack here so that I can get a good camera view for everybody so you can see what's going on in front, get a little action in the back. But there is no doubt the slippage of the frame and the instability of both the front on the toe box and then on the heel is making me work much harder, and it's making the experience much tougher for me on this particular day. Needless to say, this will be resolved by the time another video goes up. It's one of those things where I need to essentially get it right and stress test the skates on my own before I go out and participate in another long distance skate. And again, these skates usually go about 10 to 12 miles. They can be upwards to 14 miles, but in most cases they come right in at around 12. That's whether you're skating with the land skaters in Philly or as I've also skated with the Wednesday night skate in New York. New York is usually quite consistent in that 12 mile range. And again, take a look at the building structure. Everything seems to be intact from forever. But even when they build the newer buildings, it seems like they're modeling them after the designs of the past. It's almost as if there's some sort of standardization rule in Philly. We're almost to Pennsport, so we've worked our way well across. This is the heart of South Philly right here. We're deep into the heart of South Philly. If you've wondered what South Philly looks like, now you know. I've mentioned this in prior videos. Maybe you've missed them. Maybe you're new to this, so just catch this video particularly. But I do post my skate maps through Instagram. So if you follow me on social media, you'll find me under DangerMan XX, whether it's Pinterest, and Instagram, Facebook. However, on Facebook, I do operate DangerMan's Lair, and I also have a media site, DangerMan'sLair.com, where I publish a number of articles, which can be on a number of pop culture subjects. But I do have specific areas for paintball and inline skating, so those are larger. So here I'm listening in the background. One of the skaters is talking about the fact that there used to be a water ice shop on the corner there a long time ago, and the skaters could get them for under $1. Now what's that big long structure there to the left as I'm facing now? That is Interstate 95. You see a tall cell structure over there, probably doing both cellular and PCS signals. I find this an interesting place to stop. I don't know why we didn't just stop on the other side of this bridge. I mean, we're almost to where we want it to be, so why bother stopping at all, but okay. Now, you should notice that when skaters turn corners, they usually have a skater hold the corner and mark the corner so that any skaters that are straggling don't get lost from the group. But in this case, they just stopped the whole group. All right, so we're going to pick up from here, heading over to this little parkland on the other side of the interstate, right along the riverfront. And that might be as far as I take you in this series, because I'm going to end up at the Home Depot fixing my skates.
April, I come out and skate like 10 times at least.